Hello. I'm currently making a bug report because fucking bug be burr, and it's frustrating me because every time I come into Scrap Mechanic I have to reset my settings because the for some reason hotbar item number 7 does not save its keybind. Hi, somebody. Give me 1 second. I need to find the game version so I can fucking report this bug. Mm. Dum, dum, dum. Select none. Need to. What the fuck's the option for? Oh, because I use the fucking lasso too. 1 second. Select none. Doom, 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 doom. There's the line tool. Oh, mm, let's see. Um, I don't remember what fucking drive this is on. I think it's on my hard disk. There we go. Bug report made. So one of the concepts I've been working on is the bearing cannons we've been using for these tanks. Here we go. And the reason I did the fucking bug report is because this keybind that does my tank kneeling broke. Um, let's do that so I can control my turret. There we go. So the cannon we've been using for this, I've been curious about actually making it a, how do I say, modular cannon shell. So, I need interactive. This, I have the bearing. Cardboard. Can't stand this up. Cool. Hello. And then this one, let's just say it spawns like this. Interactive. Or we're not going to put the cannon round on here right now, but we're going to use this as a placeholder. So this is a shell work in progress. Let's remember 2 is the one that is actually happening. So if we put a spud gun, this interactive logic, button, it does throw. So then we could hopefully, oh, I need to put my tools in my hotbar. Delete that. Grab our shell. Don't know where that went. No clue where that went. Like, 0 idea. Let's try and reverse it. See if we get a different result. There you go. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. That worked. No, they haven't patched it. It still works. You think the devs are going to patch this? They will. Don't get me wrong. But you give them too much credit for how quickly they could. Question is... Noise. Let's see. Now then. What I want to try. Do that. Piston. Let's just grab the wood again. I wish the game would detect there's a collision here that I can place on. Like there's just a giant gap where it doesn't understand that, hey, there's a block here. Let's do 6. These are the ones that are going to be powered. I need to swap this around then. Let's just do 360. Fast. And then these are the dud ones. What do we have them? I'm working on Canon. Mm. can't rotate number 6 because number 6 is pressing against a block. If I do that, the cannon will fucking explode. This is a concept I've tested before. I'm trying to do something slightly different with it. So right now, this is the block that is rotating. So when this gets destroyed, the piston starts to move, but because it's so slow, it releases around before it comes to contact. If number 6 is the one that rotates, it'll collide with the block it's already colliding against, because it's just the way this sort of concept works. In which case, that rotation will also send this magazine fucking zooming backwards at a high rate of speed. I'm gonna not use that to do it. I'm gonna use this. Why did that one hit the ground? Number 3? Why is number 3 hitting the ground? Is it just because I was firing it too fast, I wonder? There's 1, 2. So here's the fun thing. There is nothing different about number 3. Why is number 3 firing a different direction? Scrap mechanic physics. Yes. Where the fuck did that one go? I think it went straight into the floor. Alright, let's try it this way around. See if we can get a better trajectory off of it. Where'd it go? Oh, it's firing. Okay. Here's a question as well. What if we did this, where the round hangs off the back? That would flew up in number 3. What is going on? Nothing has changed. I fucking hate Scrap Mechanic with a passion. And it's honestly frustrating that people want to see this game even though it's an absolute mess. Yes, I've tried making a large canister. The problem being, you have to make it really fucking powerful. For some reason, the large canisters... I shouldn't say for some reason, as in old cannons needed a large amount of power for large canisters. But for these kinds of cannons, it's quickly approaching the realm of impossibilities just because the limitations... What the fuck? Limitations of of bearings, basically. And the answer, no, you cannot join me to help make it. That's kind of the point of the stream, is for me to build. There is physically nothing fucking different about number 3. It works like all of the rest of these do. Okay, let's detach this bearing, and let's make it number 8. Let's see if it likes being number 8 instead of number 3. Do you like being a number 8 instead of a number 3? Who's number 3 now? That's number 3 now. If number 3 glitches, then we know it's a bug that persists on the bearing number. We changed nothing! We literally changed the number that the bearing was being referenced. That is all we did. Game. Now it just works. I fucking hate this game. I do. I hate it with a burning passion. Oh, I need to move the... Where the fuck did those go? I saw their shadows zip over me. Neat. That's all it was, Captain. Just the bearing number. It's like... So, you weren't here when I started the stream. I started the stream by sending them a bug report because controller hotbar item number 7, the secondary value, doesn't save. And the reason it's fucking frustrating for me is on my tanks, number 7 controls this. I hit V with my thumb. I control my turret with my thumb buttons. So, every time I launch the game, I have to go into the settings and re-enable my keybinds for this button. Benedek, that would just be a scrap mechanic episode. I'm sorry. I am going to bash this game because I once loved it and now it is trash. Okay. So at this point, we know this concept works. I'm going to laugh if I attach... I'm going to save this real quick. Because I know I'm going to attach explosives to it, and it's just going to self-detonate for no reason. Yes, I know I already have a part here. I don't care what it is. If it's a temp part, it was never meant to be seen. Parts... Interactive... Explosives. So rather than jam 4 rounds in a, say, a square here, I'm trying to jam those 4 rounds in a line and be fed by a magazine of sorts. Reason being that my goal is to be able to fire the rounds from a singular position. Because if I come down here, and I think it's like 17... Yeah, it's essentially more accurate. Ooh. These don't want to be launched like that. About like this. This might just detonate. I'm expecting it to just detonate. So instead of that, I'm going to do this. Yep, that would have shot straight at the ground. Interesting. So that's what I want. Just the inverse of. Which means... I don't know why that last one shot kind of wonky. Number 3. Are we not allowed to use bearing number 3? Bearing number 3 has weird physics. Okay. Bearing 1. Bearing 2. Bearing 3, you're going to sit in the... Nope. Wait. Oh, that's bearing. Okay. Bearing 3, you're sitting in a corner. Bearing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I recall these should be this way because of how it's laid out currently. Bearing 3, just fuck off. Oh, bearing 6 is the last one that needs power. Okay, so these don't need power. Bearing 3 is in timeout now. It just works. It what the fuck? Bearing 3 is still bearing 6 is now wonky. What the fuck? It's got the same power. I'm like, just because of this, the fact that the game itself is inconsistent. Consistently inconsistent. Like, it would be one thing if, oh, it's random or there's some level of offset. No, it is consistently inconsistent. Just frustrates me to no end. And, like, I really don't want to play Scrap Mechanic. Why is that round further? Even though nothing is different in this entire setup. Nothing. Fucking PC, stop pulling shit up. I'm trying to check my streaming software for something. It keeps pulling up random windows over top of it. Alright. Okay, that doesn't need to go there, because these need to go on the back end. Okay, let's try and negate any variable there. Let's just make it so like everything else has that round behind it. Maybe that's what's causing it. Oh, that was the third one. I didn't actually get to look at that because I wasn't. Exponentially worse? Is then that. Yeah, I can kind of see the third round hits a little bit higher. That fourth one just goes wild. Honestly, this cannon might just be the best. However, there was a concept I had been working on for flat cannons. So, idea going as such. In the same way that current cannons already work, except for instead of having a 2x2 cardboard chunk, it has a 1x2 cardboard chunk. One side being the side that captures pressure, the other side for power. So this would be, for example, this, and then these would be static. This one, no. This one is not accurate. This one, yes. There's a slight level of deviation caused by the fact that the rounds are slightly different in elevation. Essentially, the grouping is as big as the shells are placed. So, because of the placement of the shells in the barrel, causes their mild offset. However, let me find a target. That means there's a target. If I were to How the fuck does my mouse click do one of the... do number 2? The fuck? So right now you can probably see the rounds just barely striking the top of that rock over there. Actually, I can't see them striking the top of the rock. There they are. Okay, so the rounds are just barely striking the top of that rock. I actually can't see that. I need to get closer. Game is just not wanting to render the impacts. Am I shooting over or is the game just not rendering it? I'm just shooting over it, I think. No? The game's just not rendering spud gun collisions on that rock. Nice! Oh, it's because the fucking LOD, level of detail, is covering up the... God, I love this game. Okay, rounds hitting. Fire. Rounds hitting. Oh, me. Rounds hitting. Fire. Rounds hitting. Fire. That's the level of accuracy that I expect from this gun, and it's more than acceptable. It's technically a little bit worse than my old Canon designs, but even my old Canon designs had that same level of inaccuracy. But the original version had the inaccuracy due to the horizontal of the cannon, but this has a horizontal and vertical element because they are tilted. So the reason it bounces Hades is because the block ends up inside of a collision detection and the game just freaks out and doesn't know what to do, so it just sends it out of the block at Mach speed. So the difference between what is powered and what is not is these first 4 are powered, these are not. These are holding the power in place. So if I were to do this, and then power this, these shouldn't move. They move ever so slightly. If these weren't holding them in place, for some reason bearings get really stronger, like physically stronger, when they're attached to a power output. And it doesn't really do a good explanation in this scenario where they're actually being pivoted on that. But if, for example, I were to not power this one and then put one here, for example, if I did this and I powered it, it would bend. But as soon as I connect this up, it gets stronger. The fact that it is connected at all changes the fucking rubberness of the bearing. Game. Please. Nothing is changing but the fact it is connected. Anyway, you're saying the seat bearing is stronger. Let's see about that. Let's use the smallest seat powered cannon. That'd be funny. You're fucking right. I'm gonna laugh if this is a fucking seat-powered cannon. I am going to fucking laugh if this is going to end up being a seat-powered cannon. How many bearings can I attach to this before the game just tells me no? Can I do infinite? Does the game not tell me no at any point? Because a lot of things like controllers and stuff, you can only have so many bearings on. Same thing with engines. Can you just have infinite amounts of steering joints? Okay. It's not infinite. Okay, now I need to know. Now I need to know how many, like, bearings can we just attach to this. Let's just... Okay, there we go. That's the... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20. 20 bearings. Good. We don't need that many. Alright. Let's, real quick, we're going to modify this for a second. We're going to move the seat back here, because this is where it should belong. I'm going to laugh. Wait. No, you can't set it to 0. Because if you could set it to 0... Yeah, you can see it moves slightly now. If you could set it to 0, I would just set it to 0. So it just doesn't move. It's not allowed to. Okay, but for the sake of this is fine. Interactive. This is what we need. That is first, that is second. Let's do button. So, this means is if we attach parts. Oh, where'd it go? Where's our round stand in? There it is. I don't want the round in my inventory because if I do that, it's going to explode. Oh, I need to make one modification. This needs to be 3 wide instead of 2 wide. And these two both need to be on this. This needs to be on that. This needs to go away. We're just going to use wood for the sake of simplicity. Doop, 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 doop. Test 1. Somewhat successful. Let's make sure all of these are doing their own thing. Yes, they are. Let's make sure that these are firing. Yes. So this is back, 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 back. Are we running into bearing 3 be cursed again? Oh, I may have just... Okay, seat bearings may have just made one of the most powerful cannons in the game. And I'll explain why in a second, and I'll actually build it. Okay, this concept works. We're just going to save this as temp part. 3. Save, yes. Hit scan is banned, Barney. So, cool. Yay. Barney, you literally came in here say cheating is easier. Just so you understand that. Parts, interactive. Need the pistons again. Yes, I've actually had some people show me their hit scan guns. Basically using the blueprint edited blueprint edited fucking scanners to detect the range of the vehicle you're looking at. When it detects the vehicle, it'll launch a timed fuse shell at the vehicle so it detonates on or inside the vehicle without the chance of ricochet or any other items. That's the way you can send a round going at like Mach fuck you and still hit a target without it glitching through it, is because you're doing a timed detonation. Oop, that's not what to do. I just open Windows somehow. Sensors need to be past 20 blocks. Yes, McPlayer, there is a way to make rangefinders in vanilla. The issue being that normally sensors can't go past 20, which is just the case. However, visual rangefinders are a different story. Or coincidence rangefinders. However, here's my concept for a coincidence rangefinder. It's fucking massive.